Hello, today's the end of June 23rd. Today I'm looking at this Douglas fir I picked up maybe a couple weeks ago. Eventually I want to incorporate it into some sort of a forest planting. I can't be repotting it right now at this time of year, but what I would like to do is just expose some of the roots so I could see what I'm up against. I might wire some of the branches. Douglas fir, typically you'll see them with either straight out or even bowing down just a little bit from the weight, and often you'll see quite a bit of trunk exposed. So I'll look at some of that today, maybe some wiring, probably some thinning of the branches, and just getting it ready for future years. Start by taking it out of the pot, and again, I can't repot it at this time of year. I won't be doing any major root work, but I did just want to try and expose the roots at the bottom to see if that would lend any ideas on the design. I guess that's a decent bit of flare at the bottom there. Should develop nicely over time. Okay, so I'm just going to put this back in. Maybe I'll add a bit of lava or something to the bottom, or maybe pumice, just to help with drainage. This is actually not bad. It looks like a lot of some sort of bark in there. I suppose I could upsize it slightly to have something bigger. It's going to be a problem for today though. Dang. Alright, let's leave it out until we're ready. Yeah, so I don't know which side would necessarily be the front, but there's a bit of a root flare out this way. Actually, I kind of like how this looks here. It's leaning quite a bit. Let me throw something under there. Probably go with kind of this angle. So anything coming out the front, I would like gone. Probably get rid of most of those down there, but I'm not entirely sure yet. Take out the smaller one, and I could wire that off to the side, but I think roughly the first third needs to be fairly devoid of branches. You see them out in the forest, you wouldn't really see them with much of anything down here. So actually, yeah, let's just take that off. Don't want to start with taking too many branches off of the bottom, but we need to have some kind of let's see here, actually, what would we do? A lot of these branches, any that remain, I'll wire at least straight and possibly looping down. You do want to remove the tips on some or all of the branches. You can see where the buds would form on the end here. And then to some degree back here. This guy's coming straight forward. Same thing there. It's a rather large branch. I suppose that's okay though. I will bring it down to decide where I want them, which branches I want to be the main branches. I'll keep this one, it's a little more developed. Yeah, let's take that as my first branch. I'm not really crazy about this coming right off at almost the same level, but it's not terrible. The next two, give it a little bit of space before we get up to somewhere else. Maybe I'll leave this one. I'm not sure. Kind of two coming out at the same level at the back here. I'm not even sure if I necessarily would want that there. I feel like keeping this heftier branch for the moment. And then a lot of these little needles here, I'll just probably pluck those out, but this works too. Tips off of some of these. And again, I just want to thin this out for now, so areas where there's multiple branches coming out, I have to pick one. Have a substantial branch there, so I'll take that out. I like that some of these are already starting to, some of the branches are already starting to branch, some ramifications starting there, but the angles are kind of funny, so I might have to change some of that. Top I'm a little unsure about. I'm always unsure about the tops. You know, when I was looking at them in nature, they did seem to still have a bit of a pointed leader, and even the branches were coming upward a little bit. Might just, maybe I should take that. Alright, let's start with this. Do some wiring. I feel like 1 mil is probably enough for most of this. Certainly not on the bigger pieces, but just see what happens. I don't know how to do this without capturing some of the needles, unfortunately. Maybe I can just pull them out as I go. Nope, not really. a problem. I don't really know what to do about that. And we'll just use this as a test for a moment. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't think I can do anything about that. Okay, so can these be brought down? To some degree they can. Might need some thicker wire then. Okay, certainly for this one, I've got quite a bit heavier duty. I suppose it might help to just remove some of these needles on here. Okay. I could keep doing that. Not quite that thick, I don't think, but something similar. This one's already coming down. I might take this one out. Bring my water back. Which one was I saying? for this one. I think I'll try for just 1.5 for most of these. Oops. 2 coming out. Same level as here. I think actually both of these could go. Just want to anchor this one here. I'll try and go between the same coils from the last wrap, and then bring it up the back of the main trunk here. It does cross a little bit, unfortunately, but maybe I could go once around. Anchor this one. I guess I could just follow that same pattern. We get very close here. You can see all of the buds that will form new branches in following years. So we can trim it right above any of those points. Encourage some branching here. The top is always the trouble for me. I never know quite what to do. Should be a straight up apex, I think. Could remove this bit of stump. I might just leave it for now. But I definitely should trim the very tip. I'll leave, I think I see a bud there. There's definitely a bud here, and a bud there, and a bud there. So I'm going to take it just above those. Let something come out on its own later. I'm going to go all around the tree and remove the tips. And again, just make sure that I'm trimming after one of those buds, because I do want these to branch. It's a particularly long one. Try to avoid a bud that's facing straight upward. I don't want that. Some of these branches that are already branching, I don't need to pick a particular spot this year. Okay, I think that's a good start. So, let's bring back the pot. Again, this is a slightly larger pot. Put most of the old soil back in with some pumice. I wanted to make sure that I didn't leave out any of the roots, so I might I'll cover it back up again. I'll just put some lava and pumice with a bit of sea soil perhaps. Okay, well, here's my first attempt at styling this. Again, one day I hope to put it into a forest planting. So I've got a lot of cuttings to deal with now, so maybe some of them will one day be part of this forest planting. I think that this will be the front. There's a bit of a root flare at the bottom, which I've covered up for now. Just as I let it grow. I don't really need it in a small pot anytime soon. I tried to sort of expose the trunk a little bit and have some of the branches slope down. And as always, I still don't know what to do with the top, but I've trimmed all the tips so that hopefully it will branch out more and get some ramification, some branching of the branches perhaps next year. And I think it turned out pretty well. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.